Hey guys, coming in with my own special review of Naruto Shippuden Ninja Storm 4. And it's weird because looking back, I was so hyped for this game, but I honestly don't feel like it was as good as I hyped myself up to believe. And that could be my fault partially, but I really do believe it's a disappointing game. Now, let me just start with 2 words to sum up this review. If you don't want to watch any farther, just listen to these 2 words and then leave the review. Close it out, exit out. Just listen to these though. CC2. So here's why. First of all, you delayed the game. That I can understand. I'd rather have a complete product delayed than to get the game earlier and have it not completed. That's fine with me. That's dandy. But when you delay and then give me an incomplete product, that's when we have a problem. That is when I sit here and I go, wow, this game, not... Now, the game was delayed and that, whatever. But, first of all, you come in here and before we even got the game, we knew all assist-only characters were gone. And everybody was like, dude, that must mean we're gonna get great things. Like, everybody's gonna get a full moveset. Nope, wrong, we don't have anyone. Like, they just took all the assist-only characters out. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed now that we're getting the Sound 4 as DLC. I guess that's fine and dandy. Where are the relevant characters like Chojuro, or C, or any of those characters should have had full movesets? Heck, even Darui from Boruto, I know that's a stretch, but it would have been nice to have adult versions. Second of all, when you come here and you want to boast about having such a good character roster, but then the DLC is kind of lackluster. I got the season pass, and I was like, wow, it's gonna be a great investment because there's 3 DLCs. They're gonna be $10 each, and I'm saving $10 essentially. But at this point, I'm kind of like, I feel like I wasted money because don't get me wrong, secret techniques and everything are nice. But this isn't a complete product. But let's talk about the base game. So you get a bunch of story up until the last, the last, and assuming you have the DLC and stuff, you get Boruto and Sarada, which I guess is a stretch into the Boruto movie. But I'll get into my problems with Boruto and Sarada later. But you get this expensive character roster with a bunch of costumes. But you know what I would rather have more than costumes? All the characters I wanted. Then it's unacceptable that the lip syncing's off. Like, I can understand if you're rushing the game or whatever, but the fact that you delayed it and then you had off lip syncing is unacceptable. There's no reason to be playing for a full product and you can't lip sync right. So you get past that. And the fact that Boruto and Sarada are pre-order only characters, which I have mixed feelings on. I agree with and disagree with. But the thing is, you're looking at the fans and you're looking at everybody who's hyped for this game and you're basically saying screw them. But you want to know what's going to happen? You're going to get the game anyway. You're going to buy it. But you want to know why? Because no matter what we do, Season 2 is not going to listen. I know it's people like me. But the thing is, no matter what, they're confident in the fact that if they give us an incomplete product, we'll buy it anyway. And they're right. Most of us will. It's like Trump. He said, oh, I could go across the street, shoot people, while in the middle of wherever, not lose voters. It's like that. They're like, no matter how complete our game is, people are still going to buy it, and it's still going to be awesome, and it's still going to sell well. Well, guess what? They're right. So, I'm part of the problem, but at the same time, at least I'm acknowledging that there is a problem. But the game is really beautiful. It's stunning. The graphics are great. The frame rate doesn't seem to drop until everybody's doing their awakening. It's a lot to process at a time, I know. And don't get me wrong, I don't know a lot about specs, but I feel like frame rate could have been fixed, but I don't know. It is a lot going on at one time. And one thing that really got to me was the fact that it really did stick out to me, the fact that the game, we get 8 whatever hours of gameplay. It's enough to split it into a 2-day segment because I was binging it and it took me 2 days to beat it. So the fact that I could do that means that there better be some awesome other modes, which I'll admit, there are more modes than Revolution, I think. I didn't play Revolution that much, I didn't own a copy, I used a friend's copy, but it seems like it has more to do than that. But I had a couple great ideas for characters. We could get the 7 hidden Miss Swordsmen, we could get the people I was talking about, the people that didn't have full movesets before. We could even get, like, the Gold and Silver Brothers. There were a lot to choose from. We could even get, like, past exclusives like Mecha Naruto. Like, those honestly would have been pretty great to have. Or Goku Naruto. And don't mind the pause here, it's a local match, so me and Dakota are probably talking or something. But the fact that we have to deal with the fact that there's so many open slots, and we're thinking, oh, they're going to be filled, but they're not. They're going to keep us with this incomplete product, and there's nothing we can do about it. We're just kind of stuck here like this. So, well, I can't really do anything about that. It's, if you're looking at it base game-wise, and you're not expecting much, like, you're just kind of, you haven't played any of the other games, so you don't really know what to expect, then great, pick this game up. It's going to be awesome. If you're not too picky about lip syncing, if you're not too picky about, hey, I gotta have this much story, hey, I don't want to get spoiled because I'm watching the anime. If it's none of that, then it's fine. But the thing is, the game is also a great way to experience the anime, because I didn't watch a lot of the anime at first, and then I played the games, I was like, wow, I gotta watch this. Whereas I have a friend who doesn't really watch Naruto. The thing is, playing this game is enough to get him to even consider it, and I know he's watched a few fights, and he likes it, and we like making fun of the dumb things in Naruto, and looking at all the cool stuff and be like, wow, this is awesome. And it's great that someone who doesn't enjoy anime can walk in, watch this game, and be like, wow, this might not be that bad. But, and it's one of those games where I could just have a bunch of friends come over and we could all play it. It's one of those games. It's not like Smash where like anybody will jump in, but it's good enough to where if anyone's willing to try something once, they'll probably jump in and like it. Sure, there's a lot to grasp at first, but it's easy to get once you get it. But the thing with the game itself is, don't get me wrong, it's a pretty great game, but there's too much missing from it. This is the last Storm game. You think they could have done something better for us. And I feel like that's one of my main issues, is we deserve more. We need more than this. You can't just announce this is your last Storm game and be like, oh, well, sucks to be you because it's our last one, so you're not gonna get to experience anything better than this. This is the last one. We're not gonna fix these mistakes. We're just gonna keep eating. We're just gonna steal your money with this DLC. And the thing is, after seeing how great it worked for Xenoverse, I can see why they're kind of like, oh, well, this is okay to do. And the thing is, one thing that bothered me is the fact that pre-order only characters are being released. You tell us pre-ordering, oh, the only way to get these exclusive characters is to release them later. It's kind of like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, when they were like, pre-order Xenoverse to get him, and I walked in and got the day one because I didn't want to miss out, and they released him later in a DLC pack for GT. Whereas Boruto and Sarada are getting released later too. It's like, really, there was no point pre-ordering, because the two things I got were the figure, excuse me, 3. The figure, the 2 characters, and then a poster. The figure I can buy at GameStop now, they're literally selling them. And then you got Boruto and Sarada who are getting released later. So would I really go in there and spend extra money for a poster? I could have waited for a price drop. I don't understand why the only thing I'm getting for being faithful to this company is a poster. And it's stuff like that that confuses me, but all in all together, it's a good game. I guess I just expected a lot, and I don't know if that's me. But if you're going in expecting having high hopes for the Storm series, I give it a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6. But if you're going in for the game itself and the gameplay, it's nice, it's fluid, it's better than the other games. It feels better, and for that I'll give it a 9 out of 10. But it just doesn't feel like there's enough for me as a Naruto fan to go, wow, this is a great game. Now me as a gaming fan, I can go, wow, this is a great game for people that game, like gamers. It's like, wow, this is great. Sorry if this is a clip you already saw, but honestly, all I have left to say is, if you haven't and you're not going and expecting this to be the best game ever, go ahead, pick it up. It's worth it. If you're going into this thinking, wow, as a Naruto fan, this is going to be the best experience of my life, don't do it. But it's arguably one of the best Storm games we've had. The only one I think I've had as much fun with is Storm 2, and that was when I was first getting introduced, so that's kind of an unfair competition, trying to compare it to when I first discovered this series. Because when I first discovered this game series, it was magical. I don't really have much to say. All I can tell you is like, comment, subscribe, please. It do me a ton. I don't do this very often, and if I can start getting subscribers and likes and people to give me a reason to subscribe, I'll do it more. But honestly, I don't know. And I also upgrade my mic because it's not the best, and I'll try to find some better ways to make videos. Because to be honest, if this is going to be like 12 people watching, then don't get me wrong, I love you guys, but it's not worth me going through the extra trouble. I'm going to need an actual purpose to do this. But I'm signing off. Pick up the game if you haven't. I can't stress that enough. And maybe check out some of my other videos. Subscribe. Let's check them out later. Peace.